Good morning, children. Welcome back to your social class with your social teacher, Lakshna. Hope you all are safe at home, taking the safety precautions in this pandemic situation. Yes, stay home, stay safe. And children, coming to our social class, we have learnt about a topic in our previous class. What is the topic we have discussed about? Yes, the continents and oceans. We have learnt about the continents. Yes, what are these continents actually? Continents are the very large land masses on the earth. Continents are the very large land masses on the earth. And how many continents are there, children? There are 7 continents. How many? 7. And what are they? Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. What are they? Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. We have learnt about the first 4 continents in the previous class. Okay, once we will have the recap of our previous class. The first and foremost continent is the Asia continent. Asia is the world's largest continent and the most populous continent in the world. Populous means, children, having more number of people. Asia is the world's largest and also most populous continent in the world. And this Asia, it is separated from the Europe by the Ural Mountains and the Caspian Sea. By the Ural Mountains and the Caspian Sea. And this Asia, it is surrounded on the 3 sides with oceans. 3 sides with oceans. And what are the 3 oceans? To the east, Pacific Ocean. To the north, Arctic Ocean. And to the south, Indian Ocean. To the east, Pacific Ocean. To the north, Arctic Ocean. And to the south, Indian Ocean. And two largely populated countries like China and India lie in this Asia continent. Our India, it lies to the southern part of the continent of Asia. To which part, children? Southern part of the continent of Asia. And Asia consists of 48 countries. How many countries? 48 countries. And Russia, the world's largest country, it lies in the both the continents. The western part of Russia lies in Europe and the eastern part lies in Asia. And most of the part of Russia lies in the Asian continent. And the next one is Africa. Africa is the second largest continent and second most populous continent in the world. It is the second largest continent and second most populous continent in the world. And this Africa, in the middle of this Africa, the equator passes through the middle of this Africa. And what is this equator? We have already learnt. Equator is the imaginary line that passes through the middle of the earth and divides the earth into 2 equal halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. And this equator passes through the middle of the continent of Africa. And Africa lies both in the northern hemisphere as well as in the southern hemisphere. There are other imaginary lines like tropics and prime meridian which passes through the continent of Africa. What are these tropics? Tropics are the horizontal imaginary lines on the earth. And the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, they pass to the continent of Africa. Even the prime meridian passes to the continent of Africa. And the world's largest desert, the Sahara Desert, lies in this continent. The world's largest desert and the hottest desert, the Sahara Desert, lies in this continent of Africa. And to the east of Africa lies the Indian Ocean and to the west lies the Atlantic Ocean. To the east lies Indian Ocean and to the west lies the Atlantic Ocean. And there are 54 countries in the continent of Africa. How many, children? 54 countries. And the world's tallest animal, the giraffe, and the largest animal, the African elephant, are found here. The third largest continent is North America. North America is the third largest continent and fourth most populous continent in the world. And this North America, it was discovered by an explorer. Who is an explorer, children? An explorer is a person who finds out new places. And the explorer Christopher Columbus, he has discovered North America. And this North America, to the east of North America lies the Atlantic Ocean, to the west lies the Pacific Ocean, and to the north lies the Arctic Ocean. And there are 23 countries in North America. And the fourth largest continent is South America, and it is the fifth most populous continent in the world. And the South America lies in the southern hemisphere. And North America and South America, they are joined by Isthmus of Panama. What is this isthmus, children? Isthmus is a narrow strip of land connecting two large masses of land. Narrow strip of land connecting two large masses of land. And this South America, it is having to the east the Atlantic Ocean and to the west the Pacific Ocean. To the east lies the Atlantic Ocean and to the west lies the Pacific Ocean. And it consists of 12 countries. How many countries, children? 12. Now, today we will learn about remaining three continents and the oceans. Okay. So, the fifth largest continent is Antarctica. It is Antarctica. Antarctica lies at the South Pole. What is the South Pole? Children, the earth is like a sphere. Earth is like a sphere and the two end points are known as the poles. The two end points of the earth are known as poles, and the upper end is known as the North Pole and the bottom one is known as the South Pole. So, this Antarctica continent, it lies at the South Pole, and this Antarctica continent is always covered with ice and snow. So it is the coldest and windiest and the driest continent, as it is always covered with the snow and ice. As it is always covered with the snow and ice, it is also known as the white continent. It is also known as the white continent. And this Antarctica, in this Antarctic continent, there is no human settlement. There are no human beings living there because the weather condition, the climatic condition does not suit, because it is always covered with snow and ice. And we can find the animals like seals and penguins in the Antarctic region. And there is no human life in this Antarctica continent. The next one is Europe. Europe is the sixth largest continent in the world. And to the east of Europe lies Asia, to the north the Arctic Ocean, to the south Mediterranean Sea, and to the west it is the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, to the east of Europe lies Asia, to the north Arctic Ocean, to the south Mediterranean Sea, and to the west the Atlantic Ocean. And this Europe and Asia together, they are called as Eurasia. Europe and Asia together is called as Eurasia. And this Europe, children, it is having 44 countries. How many countries? Europe, it is having 44 countries. Yes. And coming to the next one, which is Australia. Australia is the smallest continent. Australia is the smallest continent in the world, and it is also called as the island continent. What is it called as? Island continent. And what is this island, children? Island means a piece of land which is surrounded by water on all the sides. A piece of land which is surrounded by water on all the sides. So, Australia, it is surrounded by the waters of the Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. The Tropic of Capricorn passes to the middle of the continent of Australia. The Tropic of Capricorn passes through the middle of the continent of Australia. The Tropic of Capricorn is an imaginary line, horizontal line which passes through the middle of the continent of Australia. And the word Australia, it has been taken from a Latin word austral, which means south, because Australia lies in the southern hemisphere. Children, we have learned about the 7 continents, and I would like to make it easier for you to remember these 7 continents. And how you can remember is with a mnemonic. With a mnemonic. It's an easy way to remember these 7 continents. Like, always eat an apple, says a nurse. Always eat an apple, says a nurse. Always, the first letter A, Asia. Eat, E, Europe. An, Antarctica. Apple, A, Africa. Says, South America. A, Australia. And nuts, North America. In this way, you can easily remember the 7 continents. Now we will move to the oceans. Oceans are the large water bodies. The huge water bodies, the large water bodies are known as the oceans. They are larger than the seas. They are larger than the seas. And children, we have 5 oceans. How many oceans? 5. What are they? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. What are the children? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. First, we will learn about the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the world's largest and the deepest ocean. It is very deep, children. The Pacific Ocean is the world's largest and the deepest ocean, and the average depth of this ocean is nearly 14,000 feet. What is the average depth of this ocean, children? 14,000 feet. And this Pacific Ocean, it extends from the Arctic Ocean to Antarctic Ocean. It extends from the Arctic Ocean to Antarctic Ocean. It extends from Arctic Ocean to Antarctic Ocean and is bounded by the continents of Asia and Australia, and is bounded by continents of Asia and Australia. Yes, children. And the next one is Atlantic Ocean. The next one is Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. It is the second largest ocean in the world. And this Atlantic Ocean, it is having saline water, and it is the busiest ocean. Why it is very busy, children? It is having so many sea routes which helps in doing international trade. It has so many sea routes which help in doing the international trade. That's why the Atlantic Ocean is a saline and the busiest ocean in the world. And this Atlantic Ocean, to the west of the Atlantic Ocean lies the North America and the South America. To the west of the Atlantic Ocean lies the North America and South America, and to the east of the Atlantic Ocean lies the continents of Europe and Africa. To the east side lies the continents of Europe and Africa. To the west lies the North America and South America, and to the east lies the Europe and Africa continents. And this Atlantic Ocean is in the S shape. It is in the S shape, so it is also called as the S-shaped ocean. This Atlantic Ocean is in S shape. That's why it is also called as the S-shaped ocean. And the third one, is the Indian Ocean. What is the third one, children? The Indian Ocean. And this Indian Ocean is the warmest ocean in the world. It is very warm. It is the warmest ocean in the world. And this ocean is in triangle shape. In which shape? Triangle shape. And the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal are a part of this Indian Ocean. The Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal are a part of Indian Ocean. And this Indian Ocean is in which shape, children? It is triangle in shape. And it is the warmest ocean. And the next one is the Southern Ocean. We can also call it as the Antarctic Ocean. The Southern Ocean or Antarctic Ocean lies to the southern part of the continent of Antarctica. It lies to the south part of the earth. And this Southern Ocean or this Antarctic Ocean, it is the coldest ocean also because it lies to the near the Antarctic continent. The Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean is also known as Antarctic Ocean and it lies to the south part of the earth and surrounds the Antarctica continent. It lies to the south part of the earth and surrounds the continent of Antarctica, and it is the fourth largest ocean in the world. The Antarctic Ocean or the Southern Ocean is the fourth largest ocean in the world. And this Antarctic Ocean or the Southern Ocean is also known as the Austral Ocean and it lies to the south part of the earth. The next one is the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean in the world. It is the smallest ocean in the world and it is the very coldest ocean. During the winter season, it is completely frozen. Frozen means it completely becomes ice. Okay, the Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean and it is very cold ocean, and during the winter months it is completely frozen. Frozen means completely it is in the form of the ice, and it is surrounded by Eurasia and North America. It is surrounded by Eurasia and North America. Children, we have learnt about the oceans. How many oceans? There are 5 oceans like Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern and Arctic. And how to remember these 5 oceans? I will give you an easier way to remember this with the help of an acronym. Acronym is PISA. PISA. P-A-I-S-A. P for Pacific, A for Atlantic, I for Indian, S for Southern and A for Arctic. Okay, in this way we can remember the oceans easily. And children, we have to learn about one more part, that is seas. Seas are smaller than the ocean. Seas are the large saline water bodies which cover most part the surface of the earth, but they are smaller than the oceans. And some of the seas, they are slightly surrounded by the land also. We can have the examples of the seas like the Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea, the Red Sea, the Caspian Sea. Yes, and these seas are the extensions of the oceans. Seas are the extensions of the oceans. And these oceans, the smaller parts of these oceans can be in the form of seas, gulfs and bays. Seas, gulfs and bays. Seas are smaller than the oceans. Gulfs are the part of the sea which are surrounded by the land which has a narrow mouth. Okay. The gulfs are the deep inlet of the sea which are surrounded by the land and has a narrow mouth. Even gulfs are the deep inlet of the seas which have the inward curve in the land, which has inward curve. So today we have learnt about oceans, seas also, and these oceans and seas, they provide the sea route for the international trade, and these seas, they link all the continents. Oceans and seas, they link up all the continents and provide the seaways for the international trade. And these oceans and the seas, they contain the exotic plants and animals and the marine life. Marine life is the aquatic animals and plants, the organisms which live in the sea water. It's known as the marine life. So here today we have learnt about the continents and oceans. Once we will have a recap of all the oceans, children. Oceans. How many oceans are there? Five oceans. What are those oceans? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. And oceans are the large water bodies on the earth. And Pacific Ocean is the deepest ocean. It is the deepest ocean, and average depth of this ocean is 14,000 feet. Second, Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean. It is the saline and busiest ocean in the world. The next one is the Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is the warmest ocean and it is triangular in shape, and Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal are a part of the Indian Ocean. The next, the Southern Ocean or the Antarctic Ocean. It lies to the south part of the earth and surrounds the continent of Antarctica. It is the fourth largest continent. And the last one is the Arctic Ocean, which is the smallest ocean, and it is very cool, and in the winter months totally there the water is in frozen form, means completely in the form of ice. Okay, in the winter season. And we have learned about seas, which are the saline water bodies that cover a large part of the earth, and they are smaller than the oceans, like the Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea, the Red Sea, the Caspian Sea. And the smaller regions, smaller parts of the oceans are seas, gulfs, and bays. Okay, the gulfs are the deep inlet of the sea which is surrounded by the land having a narrow mouth, whereas bays are also the deep inlet of the sea which have a inward curve into the land. So children, I hope you have understood all the concepts of the lesson, and we will be continuing the class with a new lesson with a new topic. Okay children, hope you all understood the concepts of this lesson. Thank you.